Hey everyone, I am going to tell you how to paint this mural and how to do it very cheaply. I actually did this using less than $100 worth of paint and brushes, and I actually could have done it a lot cheaper, probably more like $50, but I did mess up one thing, so I had to buy just a little more paint. But this can be done very affordably. So I'll explain how that can happen. All right, so in total, this probably took me 4 hours. But the first thing I did was find my inspiration. And my inspiration was this magnet. I absolutely love the colors, the look of the sunset and the sun there, the trees. I just thought it was so pretty. So first, find a picture that is your inspiration. I find it a lot easier to paint something when I can look at it, unless you're someone who's a really good artist and can just do it off of memory and inspiration in your brain. Next, I would suggest you color it and draw it out. So that's what I did with this piece of paper. I didn't even have printer paper around, so literally I just colored it on this notebook paper with some colored pencils. But I think that really helped me make sure that I could do it myself. Okay, next you stencil it out, pencil it out on the wall. So that's what I did here. I actually first penciled it out and then remembered, oh, maybe I should do a video. So you can kind of see I'm going over the lines here. All right, next is you prepare your paint. So when you go to the store, all you really need is a blue color, like a very, very dark blue, a white, and then an orange. And you'll want to get maybe a tray or two so you can easily mix these. But basically you start with this orange color and then you slowly mix in the white and the orange. So actually what I did is I mixed in a little bit of orange to get my base, but I wanted it to have some different colors to kind of show that it's a sunset. So after I poured it into the bucket, then I would dip my brush back into the orange, and that kind of gave it a hue of different colors. Hopefully you can kind of see that, how it's done here. And then you kind of do the same method for the mountain views. So I took the white and I mixed in a little bit of blue, and then I continued to mix in more and more blue. Now, I did make a mistake, and I think the first round of blue was a little bit too dark. So I actually went back and bought this green color. I only got for $2, so always check the discount paint. You can get it very cheaply. And so I got this green color and I mixed that in with the dark blue and then continued to make it darker and darker. I also purchased some more black because I thought that would be a great way to do that final step of the trees. And if you will see in the final step, I'll have some dark mountains that are basically black in the bottom left. Okay, so here's a time lapse of it all. And then this is the finished product. So again, I would recommend you buy a ½ gallon of dark blue, very, very dark blue, a ½ gallon of orange, kind of like that sun that you see right there. And then I would say maybe a gallon of white. That would probably be all you need. And just make sure that first layer of blue, it's just very, very light. So you do that first layer, you just mix in a little bit of blue, and then you mix in more and more for the different layers. And actually, that way you could really only have to buy 3 cans, a full size one, and then 2 half-size ones. So really, you could do this very affordably. All right, and it also took me about 4 hours, and then we put it next to this rock climbing wall that we built for our son. I could probably make another video about that. That was a lot of fun. Also, we were able to do that very cheaply. Actually, the most expensive thing were the rock climbing poles. They're more expensive than the wood because we got some of the wood free. So, yep, it's our new little indoor oasis for our son, and we absolutely love it. So I hope this helps some other people out. I know it can seem like a daunting task, but this really isn't that hard. The last thing I want to mention is make sure you get a good brush. Don't go for some cheapo brush at the department store because the bristles will fall off, and that is not what you want. Go for a high-end brush that will leave these edges crisp. And also know that if you mess up, it's not a big deal. I'm not crazy about the birds that are in my mural, but you know what? It's not perfect. They're mountains. It's a mural. It's not going to be 100% perfect. So if you mess up, if your line's not the absolute way you wanted it, don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. One more thing I'll mention with the trees. That's just kind of a quick wipe with the brush. So you stroke it really fast. each line and then stroke. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for tuning in.